Welcome to another segment of LU Life Church. I am your host, the Rev Dr Dawnecia Palmer, and this is your global spiritual community portal where everything is good, right, and pleasant. Meaning, with life, all things are possible if you only believe. Okay, before we move further into the segment today, let us enter the gratitude phase. Here we pause and reset our mentalities with a moment's consciousness on the breath that is life to say thank you. So concentrating on your breath now, only breathe in and hold for 4, and then we're going to let it out for 4. We're going to do this 3 times. Are you ready? So on the count of 3, let us take a deep breath in and we're going to hold for 4 and let out for 4. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. Hold and out. And we'll do this again. Thinking on the breath only, concentrating on the breath and being very grateful as we take the deep breath in and let out. How good that is. Very last time. Allow that feeling of gratitude as we hold it. So in we go. And out. Wonderful. Okay, let's delve now into today's topic, beholding wholeness as a way of life. First off, I want you to note this. What we behold, we become. Should I say this again? What we behold, we become. Behold, to see, to observe. Beholding is the present participle of behold. The word really derived from an English word behouden. By meaning thoroughly, and houden meaning to hold. So thoroughly hold, to thoroughly hold. So when we talk about, beholding, we are talking about maintaining in a German sense that we would talk about maintaining and retaining. Sometimes when we think about behold, we think about see, and we just look. I think it's only in English terms that we sort of have the notion of looking, as in just look, and you look and you look away. But to the real meaning of what we want to grasp, the deeper meaning of beholding today in consciousness, we're looking at it as to thoroughly hold in view so that we might maintain and retain. Okay? So we can say then we want to gaze upon. It is how we perceive, how we apprehend something or someone. We want to catch it. We want to catch on. We want to cognize. Yeah, recognize. We want to cognize. Even appreciate. And how we discern something, how we grasp. Don't we sometimes say, I get it? But do we really get it? Really see it? See it for what it is? So that we can decipher it and seize it? So today, that's what we want to do. We want to seize, we want to thoroughly hold wholeness as a way of life. And for that, we're going to look at a text and a illustration. And it's really a statement. These words are really found also in the statement of the master teacher Jesus. And it's around the story, in John chapter 5, illustrating here around a man that was impotent, paralyzed. for years. 38 years, it says here. And the family would bring him out daily and put him by the poolside of the Bethesda market. In those days, there was lots of people put there. As people came to do their shopping, and some people came to actually dip themselves in that river that was, that pool that was beside the market, because it was said, when the when it Tremors, was it tremors, when the water would be troubled, there was a deep undercurrent that would cause the water to be shocked. And for some reason, superstitious or not, they said, and it was the sign that an angel visited the water, and that whoever gets in first was healed. Well, I almost think that was their mindset, that wow, the water, there's a high current today. If I can jump in first, I will be healed. And it was said that people were healed. Who are we to say it wasn't? It was recorded that people got their healing. So strong was their faith when they put their feet in the water, when the current was so strong that they got healed. No, this man, his family was taking him there because they'd heard this story as well. But due to his such terrible paralysis, he didn't stand a chance, because by the time he would drag himself to the edge, somebody was always there to beat him. Okay? And so he never really got in. And it said he was there for actually 38 years. Wow, that's a long time, isn't it? So I like the word then. So he was there for 38 years then. And when you're reading something and you see the word then, or somebody is telling you something and you hear the word then, it's really imply that a change is about to take place, and change is always good. So then one day along came Jesus. Yes. And he noticed the man lying there. It was something about that man. I think he, he perceived. There again is that word behold. He beheld him, he saw him, he saw, not just the man sitting there. Maybe it was the look on his face, I don't know, but it was something that drew Jesus's attention to this man lying there, and so much so that he asked him a strange question. The question I'm about to ask you today, very much connected to our subject title. And my question to you, as it was the question of Jesus to this man who had been in his situation, his condition for 38 years, Jesus actually said to him, and I'm asking you today, will you be made whole? Will you, who are listening today, will you be made whole? Do you will to be whole? Wow, wow, wow. I don't know what your answer is today. I hope it is yes. This man answered, listen to what he said. He said, I have nobody to put me into the pool, because while I am coming, always there's somebody else to step in before me. I mean, did that sound like an excuse to you? Will you be made holy? The man said, oh yes, man, I want to be whole. He said, you know, he just said, I have nobody to put me in the pool, because while I am coming to go in the pool, somebody else always step in before me. I think that Jesus was quite compassionate. I think he was empathic, and his answer, I believe, showed that there was a deep empathy. And he said, okay, get up. Yeah, get up. Take up your old raggedy cot that you're sitting on and just walk. Be whole. Just walk away whole. Man, this man was so shocked. I mean, he must have been shocked, angry. I don't know how you would feel if you've been there 38 years. Somebody come along, ask you, do you want to be whole? I mean, why do you think I'm here? Because most people who are going through their situation, they're just, do you know, they get so used to it that it become like a paralysis to them. They complain about it, they talk about it, they see themselves in that situation, they never see themselves getting over it. So For somebody to come and even suggest that things might get better, they say, well, look, I've been like this for blah, blah, blah years. Don't you think it would change? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this was the situation for the man, but Jesus saw beyond that. He saw a little bit higher, and he said, get up, take up your whole ragged cot, you're sitting up, and walk away, be made whole. And this man, I love this. I love this. I love his attitude. The man didn't say, "What you cheeky? What are No, he said, wow." It read that the man immediately did exactly as he was told. He got up. He got up. He took up or folded up his little old raggedy cot and he walked. That's what that's what I want you to get today. He walked. Do you know the opposite? Do you know the opposite of beholding is to misapprehend, to misconceive, to misconstrue, to misinterpret, to misread, to mistake, to misunderstand. And so when Jesus or even myself ask you a question, the man, first of all, misconstrued what he was being asked. He gave an excuse. But when, the master teacher actually said, get up, take up your bed, he saw, he beheld, he saw above the situation. He didn't say, okay, I am not paralyzed and I'm not in an impossible situation. He saw that. He acknowledged that at least. He accepted his limitation, but at the same time, in the same way that he accepted his limitation, he saw the possibility of unlimitedness in the words that was spoken into his life. And he got up. He get out. He folded up his prop and did what he needed to do, what he wanted to do. So I say to you today, will you be made whole today? So many have been crippled in their mind and their conscience. For so long, it has become chronic. Have you come to that place where it's chronic in you, that this is just the way things have to be? This is the way it has been, so it's the way it has to be? Today, I say to you, get up. I say, change your gaze, see possibility, and shift your position. Move. Wholeness. Wholeness is, it's a complete, it's talking about complete amount, totality, lacking nothing. In the dictionary, it talks about a complex unity. Well, how can I apply those words today is to understand that the life that lives you is the life of God. You can't have a more complex unity than the knowing that the life that lives you is the life of God. In this way, everything fits and work. Everything fits and work as one in the knowing that the life that lives you is the life of God. In this is your completion. You don't need nobody's valuation. Just accept yourself. You don't need anybody else to love you, to feel loved. You just love yourself. See fully, see the bigger picture, see the good in you and around you. The life that lives you is the life of God. Don't look at others with comparison, as this man did for 38 years. This guy did just that. He was looking, oh my gosh, I don't think he's as paralyzed as I am. Oh my God, I saw one like him last week and he got through. Oh my God, I've got this history and you haven't got that. He has got a history. He can make it. And it's always a comparison. Do you notice that people are always Yes, we're always comparing ourselves. We've got to stop that, isn't it? We got to begin to feel ourselves whole. We got to begin to feel the capacity that we hold, the capacity to experience health and well-being. Well-being in our thoughts, well-being in our experience, our everyday experience that transcends the limitation. Even while we are accepting the limitation, we are seeing and transcending that. Oh man. Oh yes. Your help is here in the very fact that the life that lives you is the life of God, and in that is your oneness, your completeness. So it becomes a way of life. You're beholding this wholeness. You're beholding the wholeness. And you know that that wholeness represents the life that lives you. So you're beholding that as a way of life. In that way, we keep on seeing wholeness as a way of life. Doesn't mean there aren't hiccups, as I say, but you're beholding that you're not limited just to limitations. You are not just limited. You can see that the space above the limitations, and in that space above the limitation, there is hope. You transcend the setbacks, and here you enter into wholeness as a way of living and a way of being. I hope that you are blessed today with this encouragement and that you will take it on as a lifestyle during the week to come. If you found that this segment bless you, please pass it on. Please leave a donation. You can go to the link in the description box below, the PayPal link, and make your payment. Well, not payment, but your gift there. Or you can go directly on Google to the PayPal website and you can make a love gift out to lulifechurch@gmail.com. That's who you make your gift out to, lulifechurch@gmail.com. I am so grateful for every gift that we have received here. If you would like to leave a thank you on a comment or a prayer request, if you have a prayer request for yourself or somebody else, this man's family was so helpful. They brought him there to the pool of Bethesda where he actually met the Christ. You can pass this segment on, and who knows, somebody in your family or friends might be blessed. We love you. Have a beautiful day and a blessed week ahead. Behold wholeness as your way of life.